Welcome back. I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation, and this is another where someone asks a question and I try to give an answer that will help you with your marriage. It may not be right on to your particular marriage, but I'm sure there's something in this message for you. So this is a question that I have taken from one of the comments, and it's obviously from someone who is very skeptical of not only what I say, but they have become skeptical of their whole marriage. And this is, so why be in the marriage then? So just shut and live in misery. Who cares, right? No need to solve problems or communicate. Wow. I understand this kind of challenge because I was a divorce mediator before I started helping people with marriages, and people were utterly frustrated. They could not find a way out of their suffering in their marriage. It was so intense for them. They went to counseling because that's where traditional marriage counseling is where I got my clients from back then. This is the turn of the century. Around 2001 is when I went to help somebody who asked me for help to save their marriage. And when I did a deep dive into marriage, I discovered things that really blew my mind. I realized we are all missing what marriage is all about. I remember when I was a kid and I asked my father, who's long since passed, of course, I said, "Dad, do you love Mom?" And he said, "You get used to people." That was not unusual in those days. It's not unusual today, except these days people just get a divorce instead. So I'm going to come back to this question, ask it again. So why be in the marriage then? Why? So just shut and live in misery? Who cares, right? No need to solve problems or communicate. And this is an indication that this person has been listening to the Western psychological approach to marriage. There's something wrong, let's fix it. You got to learn how to communicate, you got to learn how to discuss, you got to get it all out on the table. It has nothing to do with marriage. That's what I discovered. What is marriage? What is marriage? Marriage is the ultimate, one of the ultimate setups for happiness, love, and harmony. It's a gift from God, but we have no idea because we've been so misled, not on purpose. People who become psychologists and marriage counselors are good people. They want to help other people, but they rely on what they're taught, and it's all incorrect. You gotta start with a different premise. The premise is, I want to be happy, that's why I got married. I fell in love, that's how I know I met my soulmate. I want to experience love because it's possible. I've already felt that love. And naturally, there will be great harmony because I'm with my soulmate, not my cellmate, my soulmate. So you start with that. You don't go to the problems, you go, I, not we, I must be doing something wrong. And the answer is yes. We are doing things wrong because we were not taught. You have to start with the basics. The basics is, I get in my car, I turn it on, I check my mirrors, and I drive off. But wow, I had a lot of education before I could do all that. I knew how a car works. I learned how to put my foot on the accelerator just right and how to apply just the right pressure to the steering wheel so I don't swerve off the road. There was a lot involved, and that's just a car. Your marriage is way more complicated than the car, but it delivers what it's supposed to deliver when you know how. And what it's supposed to deliver is, number one, happiness. We all get married to be happy. We fell in love, but we want to be happy. Number two, we want to experience that love. One of the greatest misunderstandings in our world is about love. Again, because of Western psychology. Western psychology is all about the mind. Isn't it so? They talk about neurosis, psychosis, they talk about issues and this and that. It's all about the mind. They talk about emotions. They talk about expressing your emotions, feeling your emotions, what to do with your emotions, what to do with anger. Marriage has very little to do with the mind. But we're not taught this. Marriage is all about love. Love is not about the mind. This is deep. Love is your true nature, because you, who were created in the image of God, are love. You are the soul. You are love. You are joy. And we're supposed to live with our soulmates on that plane of love and joy. But instead, we get into our emotions. We go, oh my God, this doesn't feel right. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with her? And we get sucked down. Our marriage, it ruins our lives. And we're not happy. We're occasionally happy, of course. Like a roller coaster. Happy, sad, angry, feeling good, all of that because we're attached to our minds. But we're not taught that we're not supposed to be attached to our minds. So what do you do? What you do is you don't go for suffering. We're not supposed to suffer. God doesn't want us to suffer. We don't go for sitting in misery, go for sitting in joy, for floating in joy. But we have to learn how. How do you do that? With all the misinformation that's out there, this is what I discovered. It took me years. When I started to find the secrets, there was a layering of information, a layering of knowledge. Now, I finally I reached a point many years later, 8 years after I started, where I could put it into a book. The first book was Lessons for a Happy Marriage. I remember one time I was sitting at a Starbucks working on the book, and a guy sat down next to me, and when I was doing that, people would come in and talk to me. You know, people pick up a vibe, and they go, I'm having trouble with my marriage. It just so happened I was helping this guy who was in pharmaceuticals with his marriage. The guy sitting next to me, total stranger, said, I couldn't help overhearing. I'm having difficulty with my marriage. I said, I'm sorry, I don't have the time right now. Let me send you a draft of what I'm working on. He wrote to me a couple days later. He said, you saved my marriage. Because it's not so complicated. Now, sometimes we get into a very complex situation. Maybe you'll need, we've gone a long way from then. You know, now it's 2024. This was way back in 2008 or 7. Now we have courses, books, these videos are great. Subscribe. Did you subscribe yet? Go ahead and subscribe. And also like the video now. That'll help us because we want to reach people. Share this with other people. This is staggeringly great information because it's about living our destiny. Our destiny is to be in joy. Marriages were given to us so we could be in joy, so we could be filled with love. And it works. We have thousands of people who have taken our courses and they report back. Go take a look at our testimonials, our reviews on the website. And while you're there, pick up the 10 top do's and don'ts. And if you have a question, put your question in the comments and maybe I'll get to it and answer it here. If you have a question that you need answering though, go to our website. There's an Ask a Counselor. It's free. Write to our counselors and they'll help you. You know, we're getting there. We're getting there. We have like almost 70,000 subscribers and people are starting to get it. There's a lot of people who go, oh no, it can't be right. It can't be real. You're supposed to work hard in your marriage. You're supposed to suffer in your marriage. No, you're not. Trust me. You're supposed to be filled with joy, love, and exude the love and joy that you feel. This is what it's meant to be. So, I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. We are here for you. Thank you for stopping by. Come by again. Please come by again. If you hit that subscribe button and maybe there's a bell or something, come by again. I'm Paul Friedman. I am grateful that you have found us, and I hope you're grateful that you found us. God bless you and take care.